Hang on, hang on. Hang on, hang on. Where's the layer with me on it? There. Yep. That's what I was looking for. Hello! The song is so good. Let's just have a 3-hour Satsudan of just listening to this song. Hello! Hello! Hello, everybody! Oh, wait, I don't have any water. We'll have an intermission during the stream and I'll go get some. I'm sorry. I'm too into the music and I'm forgetting I'm live. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This music, the song is dangerous. Hello, everybody. Let me say hello to everybody who's here. Let me scroll all the way to the top. Scrolly, scroll. Na, 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 na. Oh, the hype train thingy's in the way. Who was first? Hang on, who was first? Okay, the first person that I see in the feed here. Okay, so starting with hello to Frosty Faye. Hello, Tension. Hello to Shadow Skyer. Hello, Meat. Hello, Noair. Hello, Stream Elements. Hello, Nappa. Hello, Kazman. Hello, Bolter. Hello, Pody. Hello, Emperor's Rage, and thank you for continuing your sub 5 months, and thank you to Tension for continuing your sub for 18 months. Wow, thank you, and tier 2 too. Thank you, Tension. Hello to Bunzel. Hello, Unmoving Grit Library. Hello, Rhubarb. Hello, Alex. Hello, Plumber. Hello, Real Folk Blues. Let's see. Hello, Alejandro. Hello, Medrise. Hello, Freedom Fallout. Should take a look in Maker Zone. Oh, thank you, Freedom Fallout, for continuing your sub. 10 months? It's already been that long? Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Hello, Goldat. Hello, Monster. Let me see. Woo! Can I put this on stream? Can I put this on stream? Freedom Follow, can I put it on stream? Look at this! Hang on. I have to open, hang on, chat, you're gonna, look at this. Promise not to say pesky. I'm doing my best. My memory is not good, but I am trying. Hello, Big Lineman. Thank you for the 500 bits. Oh my goodness, thank you. I'm doing art requests today. Yes, indeed. Hello, Chow Master. Look at this. Look what Freedom Fallout just posted in the Discord. I have to add this to the art rotation at the beginning of stream. Look! It's a clay sculpture of a idea for a leaf bud. Like a chat mascot. It's cute. It's so cute. You went through all the effort to make it out of clay and everything. There's a physical object in the world made with me in mind. How amazing is that? You guys are the best. You're too much. Thank you, Freedom Fallout. That's so cute. Well, I'm gonna have to keep that in mind. I'm gonna have to keep that in mind when oh, we gotta do a stream. We gotta do a stream of coming up with a leaf bud mascot. But that's a good starting point. Okay, let me scroll up. Can you make a request? Of course you can. Art request, I got one. Yes, you guys can request stuff. I will tell you when to start requesting. I just want to. We usually do like a little bit of a preamble first, and then we get into it. Hello, Sizzle. Let's see. Draw me? I mean, if you have a reference sheet for yourself. Very much inspired by Wind Waker. Well, the Koroks are so cute, so of course they are. Hang on. Wind Waker Korok sound. Will this work? The sound of Koroks. Not the yahaha, I want the twinkly noise. I know I had it somewhere. Anyway, never mind. Any new rules and regulations for this stream? What song is this? This is Pokemon Gold, Silver, Crystal National Park. I could DM you through Twitter. You could, but my Discord would be better. I unfortunately I can't promise that I can draw it. It depends on how many requests come in. Oh, thank you, Pody, for pinging for the Discord. Okay. My little preamble that I wanted to... you love it? Isn't it so good? One of the best songs in all of Pokemon. Maybe on all of video games. I love it. Actively avoiding saying hi... Oh, I'm sorry, Nathan. Hello. I'm sorry. I still forget. Tweet about the stream? I have to remember to tweet. Like, I rely... You know... I admire people who like make a thumbnail for every stream and what was I about to say? Wait. I'm like a sim who just got their action deactivated. I already forgot. What was I just saying? I can't remember. Anyway. Anyway. I'll just start over. We'll start over with a new topic. Thank you. Thank you, The Real Folk Blues. Thank you for 5 gifted subs. Thank you. Geez, thank you very much. You're gonna be a bee? Okay. Oh, thumbnails! Thank you, Kazman! That's what I was saying. I was saying that thank you. How there are other VTubers and creators who like put in all the effort of putting in of like making thumbnails for every stream, for every stream that they do every night, and like unique thumbnails all the time, and like even with their schedules, like they put cool graphics on the schedules and everything, and it's like, I wish I were like that. I wish I remembered to make cool thumbnails and to make a tweet every time before I go live, a custom one. I have a thing set up with like if this then this, when if I go live on Twitch, it'll make an auto tweet, but it kind of sucks because it's just like Maple Winters has gone live on Twitch. Like it's nothing special. One day I will endeavor to be able to do everything. Hello, Auto Time, and hello, Drop-In Autocon. Drop-In Auto Time. I just made a ship name for you. Whoops. Okay. The other thing I wanted to say is that I have a headache, and I didn't want to cancel stream because I didn't want to cancel like immediately before going live because that's kind of lame, and I don't like doing that. So I don't know how long we're gonna stream today. It could end up being a regular like 3 hours ish, depending on how I'm feeling. We might be a little. We might end a little sooner. I don't know if I have the art mojo. I don't know how much I feel like I have the art mojo today, but I'll do my best. Quickly draw a duck. uh, uh, um, duck shape. Wait, wrong color. Duck. Oh, I'm sorry to hear you also have a headache, Frosty. Well, we're headache nakama then. You have the Bob Ross drawing. You could at least use that for the drawing. Bob Ross drawing. Maple, hero of the Galleon War. That's me. But Maple, you're supposed to do everything. I try my best to do everything, but I suck. So I don't do all the things that I should be doing. You're good? Oh, thank you, Charming Sid. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Excellent duck. Oh, thank you. Can you draw my character Golodat? Send a photo in Discord. Maybe. Maybe I can. Depends on how complicated. Your head feels like it's being pressed into a vice too? Oh dear. Okay, then you know what? You know what then tonight? Maybe then the theme of tonight's art stream is if there's a few of us who are having headaches, maybe we can make what's the word I'm looking for? Maybe we can make it like a relaxing art stream and put like relaxing music and stuff. What would be good? I mean, it sucks that a bunch of us have headaches, but maybe it's just that kind of maybe there's like, you know, Elfmom used to say that like sometimes like the phases of the moon she have like some effect over people. So she would be like, oh, it's a full moon. No wonder there was a car accident on the other street. You know, it's a full moon. That kind of thing happens. She's kind of superstitious, but I mean, she is like more in tune with magic and stuff than I am. So, thank you for following, Neko. Welcome to the stream. Old Greg. Who's Old Greg? You could give psychic powers to the duck. He is the cause of everyone's headache. Well, then he would look a little different. If that were true, he would look a little different. He would look like this, right? Isn't this? He would look like this. Isn't this? Hang on. Oh, no, that's wrong brush tool. I want this one. Isn't this the headache duck? Headache duck. This is us right now, chat. Hello, Spencer. Oh, thank you guys for the level 2 hype train. Thank you so much. It's very generous. Psyduck is a great Pokemon. Give it a little leaf. Yeah, he's holding a leaf. Psyduck, Psy! Psyduck is not a psychic type. Golduck is not gold in color. 0 out of 10. I always thought after seeing the anime that Golduck, that Psyduck would be psychic, but he's just water. Very disappointing. And he learned psychic moves too. Very, very disappointing. Draw CDI link. Oh, that's a fun idea. Oh, hello, Livingston, and hello, Dwarven Crusader. Okay, okay, what should we listen to for music? Let's pick out our music for the night. Let's pick out our music for the night, and then, we will draw. Is that a song, Sizzle? I don't recognize those lyrics. Is that a song? Oh, that's Old Greg? Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know it. I'm sorry. Super Mario World music. But that might be a little bit like too energetic, wouldn't it? Eternally looping troll face song? No. Oh, it's an old internet thing. I can't remember if I said hello yet. So hello, Dukem, and hello, Sunny. You posted a picture of Old Greg in Discord. Ooh. Oh, okay. I don't think I will be drawing that. That seems yabe. Zelda music? Oh, Zelda music could be good. Faria Faraji? I haven't heard of that. I haven't heard of that composer, but lo-fi beats for streaming drawing time with the Leaf Buds. Yeah. I guess just like soothing Nintendo music I could put. You could draw a mech. I could draw a mech. I've drawn mechs in the past on these streams. It's not my favorite thing to draw, but I can try. What if I did relaxing Nintendo music? 75 minutes of relaxing and calm Nintendo music. Starts out with a Galaxy song. Okay, they know the way to my heart. You start off with a Super Mario Galaxy song. Okay, good taste. How's the volume level? You should be able to hear it softly in the background. Not as loud as like gameplay on a game stream, but it should be there, like, subtle. I gotta learn how to do audio monitoring. You'd think after almost 2 years of streaming, I would have figured it out. Oh dear. Alright, well, these two, we're gonna keep them as they were the first drawings on the board here. I think I drew a pretty good Psyduck, I don't mind saying. Pretty accurate from memory. Okay. Mecha Maple. I think I've tried to draw Mecha Maple in the past. I find the OBS audio monitors aren't super accurate, so it makes a treat. Oh, really? Also, I can't remember if I said hi, so hello, Bunzel. JoJo reference, Maple? When you say JoJo reference, do you mean our Pokemon JoJo reference from Infinite Fusion, or do you mean me as a JoJo? Mods, have you been recording the suggestions so far? It would be very helpful if you did. Lower sounds tend to appear louder on it than they're perceived. Bill Cipher. Oh, hello, Soldat. You didn't say it was time. Oh, I guess you're right. Okay, starting now. You said you would say, you're right, that's on me. A lot of audio interfaces have a line out. Yeah, mine has a line out. And I did buy a pair of wired headphones for it, like to plug in. But when I do that, I can't hear my desktop audio. And so I think I did something wrong, like that I couldn't, I don't know. I didn't do it right. Can you draw yourself as an Adventure Time character with the new mascot? See, I don't know if I want to commit to that. I don't know if I want to commit to Freedom Fallout's sculpture being the mascot, because I think it's very cute, but I feel like I want to do it on a stream where like we can all contribute to it, you know? Rather than like taking a pre-made design and just like being like, this is it now. I think it'd be nice to let everybody weigh in a little bit on it and do it as like a stream. You switch your sound card in your sound settings and your sound will play through it. You select your interface as your listening device. Huh. Video game landscape. Oh, I haven't done a landscape on one of these streams in a long time. Maple is Dr. Eggman. Maple with rave sticks. Chibi Maple holding hands with a horrific love. Hello? Are we back? The power flickered. The power flickered, and then I looked at my little OBS green thingy that shows you your upload speed, and it was red, and I'm like, uh-oh. And I noticed the chat wasn't moving anymore, and I'm like, uh-oh. And then I go look over at Discord, and it's a blank screen, uh-oh. So that might be a thing that happens again. You need to get a UPS. UPS truck? I don't get it. I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry. Maybe that's a bad an omen. The bed wants you back. No, I gotta stream at least. I gotta draw for at least like an hour. I gotta at least have a bit of a stream since you guys are here, and especially if you were patient enough to wait for me to come back. A UPS at the modem. What's a UPS? Animal Crossing is what we should listen to. Here we go. This is what we need to listen to. Maple closed the stream to get into a fight with Twitch. Yeah, I just had to. I went and did some quick fisticuffs with Bezos, and he was like, "Okay, you win this time," and he turned it back on. Battery backup power. Oh. Well, I think the thingy that my Ethernet connects into, that's what I reset. Like, my Ethernet connects into a thing, and then that connects into my PC. It's like an Ethernet switch. Because I needed one so that my Nintendo Switch and my PC could both get Ethernet out of the one cable. Oh, I might have thought of a way to do handcam streams that's a little easier than what I was planning before. So some good progress on that. I have to actually watch that to learn how to do it. But I don't want to talk too much about it before I can actually get it solved. Okay, where were we? Doodle ideas. Yes. Where were we? Let's get back into it. I'm sorry about that, chat. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. If it happens again, I'm gonna take that as a sign from the Amazon gods that it tonight wasn't meant to be, and I'll try to make up for it with another stream next week. How about we make a poll between suggestions provided in a certain period of time? Okay. Here's the problem. The problem is, I still haven't figured out how to make art streams work for a group of more than like 10 people, and I don't know what the right system is. 2 streams in one night! Draw the character you sent. Let me see, now that I have Discord again. Where'd you put it? Oh, that's a scary dude. Oh, that's I don't know if I want to spook chat with that character, Golo. It's very scary. It seems like it's like right out of a horror game. But speaking of Jojo Pose Maple, I've drawn that before. You've made worse. Oh dear. Well, you have a knack for making things that are creepy. That's for sure. Oh, thank you, Fuse Hunter, for continuing your sub. 8 months, wow. Hello, Fuse Hunter. Maple as a bee with a saxophone saying, "You like jazz?" Hag Gloves, hello, Garver. Pokemon Scientist Maple. Hello, Oculus Nova. I'm trying to say hi to people that I didn't say hi to in the first half. When this goes on the VOD channel, it'll be put together into one VOD. You have a touch in the disturbing. Well, a lot of people enjoy horror, so if you have a knack for it, that's a good thing, isn't it? False Hydra. What is it? What's a false Hydra? Pokemon Scientist. Here, let me try to draw Golodat's character for the benefit of chat and any VOD viewers, because I'm talking about how scary this thing is, but I'm not showing it to you. So, Here, let me try to draw. Okay, so its head is shaped like this. And it has like a tuft of hair or something coming out of the top. Oh, Mr. Sir is your suggestion? We did that last time. I drew a Mr. Sir last week, remember? You've seen people that literally make nothing but body horror characters as a market. I mean, the whole Five Nights at Freddy Chilla's art market, right? Okay, and then, so he looks like that, and then he has kind of like two big oval eyes. Kind of looks like it could be like a Zelda character. Like a Redead. Like that. And then it has a big mouth. Like this. And then teeth like this. And then it goes like this. And then I do this. It's so scary! What a scary creature! I'm sorry, Chad, if you're spooked. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you're spooked, but he's very spooky. A very spooky character. What is that? It's Goldots OC? A very angry pineapple. He looks like a friend? Ooh, whoa. senpai, これ I'm making myself laugh. I'm sorry. I'm making myself laugh with this creepy creature. Senpai, このラブレターを How do you say to take? What's the verb to take in Japanese again? What's the term in Japanese again to take? 受け取って? Is that it? Ah, whatever. Makes you think of Salad Finger. That's very scary, isn't it? It's a good character design. Okay, let's see. What should we draw next? User tries to spook streamer, but streamer makes it into weeaboo. Look, part of the fun of these art streams is me changing things through my filter of how I interpret things, and hopefully and trying to do so in a way that makes you guys laugh. Maybe it's the Psyduck. The Psyduck is there with him. and he's shaking because he's so nervous. And the Psyduck is there as moral support. He's wearing a school uniform, of course. This is so silly. This is so silly. There. These two are there for moral support. Gambare, creepy face man. Okay. Yabe. Psyduck a bad wingman? Well, he doesn't have wings. So. But I'd be shaking too if there was a duck almost as big as I am standing next to me. Psyduck might be the worst person you could choose to be your wingman. Yeah, cause no wings. Can you try? I could try to make something with something that was made for you. Maybe. Hello, Genie. What should I do now? You would ride that duck as a mount and take over. Well, you'd certainly be intimidating to your foes, don't you think? Can you draw a friend from Joel's? Oh, Joel's! Oh, wait, one of your other suggestions was CDI. Do you still want CDI Link? Because I think that would be a fun one. Now you gotta know who he's confessing to. Oh. Vulpix! Oh, Vulpix would be good. I like Vulpix. RPG party of any 3 Chubas. Oh, that might be... That might be a bit complicated. Confessing to CDI Link. Okay, let me get a picture of what CDI Link looks like. I just wonder what Ganon's up to. There he is. Me as a goose? You want me as a goose? I guess, what do gooses look like? Like if it's an adult, like gooses have long necks compared to ducks that have short necks, right? Is this what a goose looks like? Maple titled goose game. and then to make it me, all you have to do is this. To make anything me, you just have to add my hair to it. So you have to add a little maple leaf on its head. And that's me. Geese are evil? Then it's perfect. Oh, I guess I can't have a 3 mouth, can I? That works. And I could even be angry because I'm a mean goose. It's true, a maple leaf fell on me for a few seconds once and maple parasited my body and took over for a few moments. Yeah, and then if I recall, as soon as it finally blew off your head, you suddenly found yourself in the middle of nowhere holding a medium French vanilla. I don't know why, but I'm making myself laugh with my own dumb drawing. The duck with the 3 mouth, the goose with the 3 mouth. I guess I'm also here. I guess I'm also here. It's a whole party. Why specifically a medium French vanilla? Because that's my order at Tim Hortons. That's what I get every time. That's my favorite thing on the menu. I don't get anything else. Sometimes if I'm like really hungry or like I want something like I like to eat, I might get either the chicken crunch wrap, but it's kind of overpriced for the portion size, or the muffins, which are good, but not go out of your way good. 3 mouth, that's clearly a W. Look at my mouth. Hang on. Hang on. See? 3. Oh, goodbye. Yeah, see, chat's got it. That's what I mean when I say it's a 3 mouth. Just turn sideways. Oh, I don't know how to do that actually. Wait, can I? Wait. Oh! I guess I'd have to be this way? Hello, Peter, Paul, and Mary. My immersion, I'm sorry! My webcam cuts me off at a certain point. I'm sorry. I would have had to reframe my webcam. The black bar turned with you. Look, my webcam, it is what it is. Okay, what should CDI Link be doing? What should he be doing? Hello, Papa! Throwing a pot? Riding the maple goose. You know what? We can make that happen. If that's what you want, we can make it happen. Breaking pots and flying chickens. Throwing maple... Oh, that wouldn't be very nice. Okay, so what does... Okay, I have to get a handle on his character design. On what this lad looks like. So his face is very, like... His face is like this. Maple, forget if I asked before, what about drawing Cerno? I could draw Cerno. We've drawn Cernos before, but I could draw more Cernos. Bombing some Dodongos! Wait, you're right. Oh, but then I'd have to draw a Dodongo. Can you draw yourself as Link in that pose? In the throwing pose? I wanna make him with one of his like dumb faces. His nose is like this. Your cousin got fired from M&M's factory quality control department because he tossed out all the W's, all the 3's, W's, and E's. I don't actually know M&M's well enough to know the punchline there. Cerno as a Beedrill? Why would you do that to her? Why would you do that to Cerno? Okay, and then we gotta have... Maybe I'm drawing him like too high quality. don't mind if today ends up being more of like a doodle stream than like a proper like finished art stream. But I'm kind of having fun as is. I hope you are too. Maple has baka brain. I always do. Maple, you worry me sometimes. Oh wait! Oh wait! The joke is that all M&Ms have M on them. So it would be a 3 or a W or an E. I just got it. I'm sorry, I just got it. Oh, okay. Okay. Can you get some context for this drawing? Someone asked me to draw myself as a goose, so I drew myself as a goose, and then someone said to draw CDI Link, and then somebody said for me to make CDI Link riding the maple goose. Like on duck gooseback as like a noble steed. And that's what we're doing. And he has these eyebrows. Hello, little bunny. Welcome to the stream. Only twin tail? Ah, you guys can make my hair whatever you want. Okay, and then we have the big swoop. You know, by the end of this drawing, I'm going to have memorized how to draw CDI Link, and I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know if that's a skill to be proud of, or... Okay, there we go. The goose is the chocobo we have at home. Me... Maple CDI as an emote. That would actually be a good idea. Like, with your memory, it'll be gone soon. No, if it comes to character designs, I tend to have decent memory. Like, if I draw a character design once, I probably will remember it. Like, I could probably draw Welkin again now from memory. Because I spent so much time drawing the outfit last time. Why is this music, like, not being able to decide what ear it wants to be in? Maple Fumo? Oh, I don't think I've ever drawn that before. A chibi maple on Link's head. Well, we still have to finish drawing Link. He has on his own layer, right? Yeah, okay. Wait. So then he has a long ear with like a big earlobe. Okay. CDI Maple is an idea that I both want to see and not see. Stop, you're drawing. Stop! You're drawing on the wrong layer. Pay your fine. How's the whole spiel go? The Oblivion thing. Bum 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 bum. Bum bum bum. Well, wait, I guess if I'm writing, it'd be, if he's writing it, it'd be kind of like flowing back. Bum, bum, bum. What an awful character design this guy is. Who thought this was Link's original artist? Was this Link's original artist? Oh, I'm not sure, but in the credits of the game, we could probably find who did the character designs. I just worry that that would lead to them getting, like given grief on the internet. But really, they should be thanked. They should be praised for their service to internet meme culture. For creating such an iconic creature. No, we can't shame them. We have to thank them. Through the credits, guess you gotta play it on stream. Do you think I could beat both of the games in one sitting? No one bought a CDI anyway, yeah. Bum, bum, bum. Are you guys having another cat ears fight? Both? There's more than one? Yes, there are two. There's Link and the Faces of Evil and Zelda and the Wand of Gamelon. That's right, Zelda has a game where she is the main character. Tension, if Genie's only got 295 points, don't make them waste them all. What if Zelda were a girl? Hello, Alpha Omega. Oh, I almost forgot to say hi. Let's see. So I gotta get 295 is a lot for change redeems. Yeah, but I don't know. Okay. I guess maybe he'll have a hand in the air. He's like, yay! Like, woohoo! Alright, as long as you're having fun, Genie, it's fine. Bum, 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 bum. That kind of startled me. He's all excited! Need the head pat redeem? You know, I've never figured out how to set up a head pat redeem. Like, I remember once trying to use something to do head pat redeems, and I couldn't get it to work. Oh boy, I can't wait. I can't wait to bomb some to dongles. Glasses make you smarter? Yeah, I think so. I actually normally wear glasses all the time. But I can hide them. Dun, dun, dun. You know, there's a word that I can't get out of my head at the moment, and maybe you guys have heard it lately. The word scrungly. Have you heard this word? Chia said it during our Uno collab the other day. Chia VTuber. Very cute VTuber. Please go check her out. But we were doing an Uno collab, and she said the word scrungly at some point, and I haven't been able to get it out of my mind. Hello, Magaloon. Magalune? And hello, Corporal. I think I forgot to say hi. Hello. I do my best to get everybody, even if I'm slow. I like that. Scrungly. Scrungly. All I can think about looking at this character right now is that he's scrunkly. Sorry, I realized the way that I have my drawing tablet up, I realized I was drawing over here and you guys, it wasn't centered for you guys. Because like the center of my screen would be like here. I have to fix things so it doesn't do that. So it's easier for you guys for me to draw comfortably and for you guys to see all the action, so to speak. Ba-dum, ba-da-bum, ba-da. Ooh! Oh, that scared me. Tumblr, is that where Scrungly is from? It's from Tumblr? Ba-ba-bum, ba-bum. We're almost done drawing CDI Link here. I'm not gonna put too much more detail into him. Da-da. So he's got to be riding. He's got to be riding. He's riding. They see me roll. Never mind. I shouldn't. No, I shouldn't attempt. I shouldn't even attempt. Maybe I should make him smaller. Oh, hello, Salt Wizard. The line art, the difference in line art is so severe. He's white and nerdy. I don't think so. I don't think Hylians are like that. I don't think they... never mind. Does he have... Oh, he actually does wear pants in the CDI. Okay. So he has pants. And then he has boots that go up to like here. Maybe this leg he could be like kicking out. I like that this has sound effects from the game too. It's like you're really there. Okay. I think that looks pretty good. He's having a grand old time. Maybe I should change his mouth slightly, so he isn't quite as creepy looking. Oh! That's scary! There, that looks a little better. Maybe that looks too good. Maybe him looking creepier was better. Yeah, I think that's more true to life. Okay, I'm gonna make a duplicate of the Maple Goose. Wait, where'd it go? I'm gonna duplicate the Maple Goose so there's a version not erased. Oh, maybe we can make him holding some reins or something. I'm putting too much effort into this, I think. Onward! Oh, and wait, wasn't there a suggestion to put something on his head? Give him individual teeth. Like that? Maple Goose is like, no. Okay, I'll merge those together. He is also rooting for our friend over here. A cheapy maple on his head. I could do that. I have to zoom in quite a lot though, because this drawing's a little bit small. Got my hair. Bum, 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 bum. That's me. What animal would Maple turn into? Oh, hello, Ravenbuild. I think if I were to be an animal, I think if I were an animal, I'd be a raccoon. I really believe that. I'm good at problem solving. I eat a lot. Well, actually my appetite hasn't been that much lately, but I don't know. I feel like I vibe with a mischievous raccoon. Maple would be Maple Moose because Canada. Moose are big and strong and powerful and intimidating, and I am none of those things. Maple Hedgehog. I've drawn Maple the Hedgehog before. Oh, there might be some people who haven't seen Maple the Hedgehog yet, or any of the old, the crossover art that I've done. I wonder if I can find it. Hang on. I have to go into the finished art. Yeah, here we go. So we got me as a minion. I don't remember why I drew this or when. and then we got me as a pony. And then we got me as a hedgehog. I gotta draw more of these. I've also drawn myself as a Yu-Gi-Oh character. I haven't drawn myself as a JoJo character, but I did draw myself in a JoJo pose. I have to put all of my art in one place at some point. You look like a fox? Maybe. I mean, I made myself as a Sonic person. You know? Maybe, oh, I have an idea. And then the chibi Maple is also going like this. Hang on, almost perfect. something about the mouth could be a little better. That's a ticket. That's cute. Give her the Master Sword. Oh! You got it. I have successfully turned Maple into a marketable plushie! One day, I would love a plushie of myself. I'll either make one or in like 10 years be popular enough to get one. Drive me closer! I want to hit it with my sword! Draw yourself as Trish from JoJo. I'm afraid I don't know who that is. Okay, we have a bit of a scene coming together here. Doing the Ratatouille thing with CDI Link. Yeah. Now that you mention it, I was considering giving him, like, giving Chibi Maple also a reins, but I didn't know how to make that look good. Okay, what should we draw next? Oh, let me make sure I save this file. Feel as a mobile phone salesman. But what is a mobile? Oh, hello, Dan. What is a? Wait, what does a mobile phone salesman look like? Would it just be a Best Buy employee? Hang on, best... Okay, first I have to look up what a sphere looks like. Okay, that's what sphere looks like. I have a picture. You know, I'll put it on screen. Sphere! French vanilla hot tub? It would just look like a regular hot tub, though, if it wasn't colored. Okay. Round. Spherical. Okay. I'm trying to make, like... Wait, that's right. In Clip Studio, I could do this. Oh, this is one of my favorite songs in New Leaf. I think it played during the rain. Wait a minute. Maybe I don't need this ball. Hang on. I have no idea. I have no idea. Hang on. I have no idea. Okay, I'm gonna draw the desk. And then on a different layer, I will draw the sphere. His arms are all the way at the bottom there. I want to put his, like, I want his little arms to be on the table, but he can't reach. The poor guy can't reach. I guess they're not his arms, they're his feet. Make a spherical dude. Well, I accidentally got my color wrong. Okay, so then his face is like... like that. Getting the cuteness just right is important here. Might have to adjust the proportions of the face. I think the eyes have to be bigger and farther apart. Oh, I could just color the whole thing in and then put the eye highlight. That's probably the faster way to do this. Woo! I think I need more sound alerts or like some new ones. Oh, there we go. Now I think the eyes have to be a little lower and a little bigger. Whoa, 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 don't clap yet, I'm not done. Okay. And then this circle in the back. I want to do it like that because he's looking up at us. I'm trying to get the feeling like he's behind the desk, but he's small, so you can't see all of him. Ooh. That scares me. That one scares me. Does that look like a good feel? Does that look like a good feel? It needs bags under its eyes if it's phone salesman. Oh no! Maybe let's invest in a Timmy Hortons in Oklahoma. I wonder... It feels alright. Need the spots, yeah. Okay. Something like that. And then... I guess he doesn't really have... Okay, what's a Best Buy uniform look like? Wait, that might have been the whole playlist. Hang on. Oh, here we go. Animal Crossing to chill and study and sleep. Just give him a name tag and a little tie. Well, I gotta see what they look like. The Best Buy name tags are circular. And they're worn on this side. Has to say, feel. And a little tie? How would he be wearing the tie? How would he wear his tie? Like this? Stick on? Everybody's saying stick on. Okay. Hello, monster. Oh, wait. I think I said... I don't know if I said hello before or not, so hello. Dun, dun, dun. I guess I could, like, I could get rid of this and just keep drawing him and make him like a businessman's feel. Instead of having him behind a desk, he's on the job. Geek Squad. Remember when we were all playing Animal Crossing? Well, maybe not all of us, but remember when Animal Crossing New Horizon came out and everyone was playing it and trying to trade items with each other and going to each other's islands for the stock market and stuff? That was fun. It's too bad they never did anything more with that game. But hey, that's Nintendo for you. Nintendo and wasting potential are like Nutella and bread. Maybe his tie should be lower down. It's kind of cute. He looks a bit stressed. Well, he's got a quota to meet or he's gonna get fired. You know, he's got 2 kids and a wife at home. I have to give him a little... I have to give him, like, his tail. And I have to give him a little briefcase. And then he has a briefcase. Which, it's a mystery how he holds it. Oh wait, the perspective would be pretty much straight on. It kind of ended up being more of like a businessman's feel, but I hope you still like it. Oh, maybe he should have a little hat. He should have a little hat. That's what was needed. That was the finishing touch that we needed. I felt like I needed a little something extra. Bum, bum. I feel kind of weird that maybe I could do like... Yeah, it feels like it needed something for that tie. Round hat for a round boy. Oh, it could be a bowler hat. Yeah, we could make it a bowler hat instead. Very, very, very British. What? What'd I do? He's late for his meeting. Oh no. Here. Ooh. Actually, Maple, suggestion for an evening theme. Always add a tiny maple on anything you draw tonight. I could add like a little maple leaf. I don't know. It might be hard to tell. He missed his bus and doesn't know what to do. Oh, poor guy. Actually, I want to change his... What should his name be, chat? What's a good name for a businessman? Maybe like Larry. Larry's the first one I saw. I like it. His name is Larry. Howard. Howard's another good one. Greg. Oh, those are good. Oh, those are all good. Dead collector. Larry was the first one I saw, so let's go with that. Although he kind of looks like a Howard. Maybe Howard suits him better. I don't know. I'll leave it. I'll leave it. Okay. Next up. Maybe this is everybody at the bus stop. Don't forget to save, thank you. Name him Todd. But he actually works hard. Take away the eye bags, Phil is the boss, he got promoted! He got promoted? I'm the boss. I'm the boss now. He got a promotion. Good job, Larry. Now he definitely looks like a debt collector. Well, you can make your own headcanon. Change his name tag to Da Boss. I don't think it'll fit. Okay. What else should I draw? Let's see. We've been going for about an hour, and before was like a half an hour. Until the internet got cut off. Oh, pardon me. Spheel works for the IRS. Oh dear. Banjo shoving a Jiggy in Kazooie's mouth. Oh, poor Kazooie. Gulp. Can I do something uncharacteristic of me and take a short break to go grab some water? Kazooie likes it? Do Jiggies taste good? Maybe Jiggies taste good. A break? No. You don't even need to ask. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Of course I have to ask. I feel my pen almost fell. I don't know. I try not to make a habit of taking breaks because I feel like people will take it as like an opportunity to leave. So if I never take breaks, I can hold everyone hostage. Okay, I will BRB and just grab a bottle of water, and I'll be right back. Oh, wrong gun. Okay, hang on. How do I do? Okay, be right back. Leaf hydrated. I'm back. I told you I'd be quick. Cold and refreshing. Water's the best. It always shocks me when people say that they can't drink water. Like, I'm sure that among the people in the chat right now, there is at least a couple of people who say, I can't stand like just water without flavor. Like that's always kind of like I'm kind of shocked because I've always grown up drinking only water. And like if I'm thirsty, like I don't want flavor. I just want cold refreshingness. You can't drink water? Yeah. I know that some people don't like it. Like Elf Mom doesn't like it. Like if she drinks something, it's got to be coffee or tea, or like orange juice or milk, or like it has to be like it has to be a liquid with a flavor. Like orange juice she really likes. So like I know that's a thing that exists. Used to be like that since you were a kid. Kicked it 3 years ago. I think water is best at actually killing thirst. I mean, I enjoy a Coke Zero when I go to Macca's. I certainly do, and of course I love my Tim Hortons French vanilla. So like I'm not trying to come across as some kind of purist or something, but I don't know. I find it odd where people like they need to buy those additive things to put them in. It's like I guess those things exist because someone had a desire for them. At the risk of going back in my day, well, yeah, I mean, in Elf Village, we didn't really have anything other than like tea, coffee, fruit juice, you know? Hello, Lord Caven. What was I gonna say though? I was gonna say something else about that. Oh yeah, you know what I have wanted to try though? I'm like, I think I'm actually like susceptible to, I think I might have been influenced by Twitter. I think I've been influenced. I want to try GamerSupps. What an interesting lineup of characters. Oh, thank you. Today, I'm in a very, like doodly kind of mood. Rather than drawing, like, one really big, high-effort drawing, kind of more like a little bunch of silly ones. Try what? Gamer supplements. Gamer supplement powder. Like, every big VTuber... Not VTuber, every big... Like, so many big streamers... All of them have a deal with either G Fuel, GamerSupps, or what was that other one? That was the third one. I guess they're not a major player if I'm forgetting them. Oh no, maybe I shouldn't have said that. Hello, Advanced GG. That was the one. That's the one. Oh, hello, Robot Teapot. Advanced GG. That's the one. Poggers. Oh, that's another one that they're coming out with. What's wrong with actual food? Well, if they can make a maple syrup or French vanilla, if GamerSupps would sponsor me and make a maple flavor, like I know they make like Shy Lily got a flavor. If I were to get a flavor with them, I would be like, here is you need to fly to a Tim Hortons location, have a French vanilla, and analyze it. It'll be the first, like milk-based product that they have. Maple flavored G Fuel. I feel like actually using actual maple syrup flavor would be like would be too sweet. But I mean, G Fuel was like the first one to really do it, and they would like. They got big with like the esports stuff, and then GamerSupps kind of came along, and they're the ones with like the shaker cups with the big booby anime girl art on them. That's their kind of claim to fame. And then Advanced GG I don't really know much about, but I feel like once you get to a certain size as a streamer, you get partnered with one of those three. Isn't being too sweet the point of energy drinks? I don't know. I thought the point of energy drinks was like to energize you. Like, I mean, you'd want some sugar in there because the brain runs on glucose, right? So you'd want some sugar, but isn't there also supposed to be like electrolytes and stuff? Like, honestly, I've always been skeptical about the concept that gamers need fuel. Like, the concept that gamers need like a tailor-made product for them. Like, we already have chicken nuggets. That's the gamer fuel, isn't it? I thought energy drinks were the poor man's cocaine. Maybe. I don't really drink anything with caffeine, so I'm kind of scared to try any of these type of things and like find out how wired I would be. Maybe one day we should do a stream, like Maple drinks a Red Bull stream. You need the steroids for your finger dexterity. Maybe there's something to it of like that your brain will run good. Like your brain will run good, and you'll like get all the headshots in Counter-Strike. Your heart can't handle it. That's what I'm worried about too. A coffee addict? Yeah, I mean, most of my family are. I'm the odd one out that I don't like drinking coffee in the morning. You're immune to energetics, really? Huh. It must have like a unique metabolism or something. Get a small size one, but even the small size ones are like $25 with shipping. So like, I don't know. Try taking a can of Red Bull with a half shot of maple syrup and see if you can finally word good. Oh my god. Oh, a small Red Bull, you mean? Oh. You once accidentally took 2 sleeping pills instead of your pain meds. Oh. And decided it would be a great idea to drink 2 Red Bulls and 2 Monsters to try to cancel it out. Oh no. Oh dear. Well, at least you were able to sleep through your heart going. Want to see Maple go wee. I worry about what I would be like. Caffeine doesn't really affect you. You can sleep after drinking coffee. That's what my folks are like. Like Elf Mom will have a coffee and then go to bed. Whereas if it were me, like I have a French vanilla, which has like probably barely any caffeine in it because it's not bitter at all. So if there is any in it, they mask it extremely well. And that enough it will make me feel like a little bit energized for the rest of the day. So I feel like if I were to have like a whole medium double, I would just be bouncing off the walls. Like I feel like I'd be awake for 48 hours. I'm kind of scared. I'll send you my homemade energy drink. It's sugar water mixed with whatever plant you found in your garden. Ooh, that's probably gonna taste gross. You know what would taste like? You know what that would taste like? That would taste like matcha. Have you guys ever had like real matcha? Like you get the powder and you mix it with water and stuff. And you get that and you drink it straight without any sugar. It's like grass. Like it tastes like dirt and grass. Maybe I just got really low quality matcha powder, but I had a phase when I was really into matcha because I was trying to I was reading like, oh, it's really healthy and it has caffeine and stuff. Matcha. The green stuff. It tastes like dirt and grass, but then if you add a bunch of milk, if you add milk and cream, it tastes delicious. Matcha doesn't taste like dirt. It does taste like creamy grass. Maybe I just had bad matcha, but when I tried, I was thinking like, well, I was like, I want to try to get into having caffeine, but I don't want to get into coffee because I don't like the taste, and I don't want to get into Red Bull because I worry about the health. So I was like, maybe I could just take like a matcha shot, and if I put like a tablespoon of matcha into some water and just tried to have that without any cream or sugar or milk, it was like concentrated grass dirt. Like it's like I went and took a bite of the grass. Hello, Link. Welcome. There was a big comment that I want to scroll up and read. You might have ADHD. Yeah, I've mentioned it. I've mentioned it to Elf Doctor. I've suspected that I might have some degree of that. But I don't like the idea of like self-diagnosing it and I don't know, I feel like it's like I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. But I am talking to Elf Doctor, yes. Hi, this is John G. Fuel himself. We like to say that we put artificial ingredients in our product. Oh, I don't know if I should read this. I don't think I should read this, Plumber. Because it might ruin my chances of a sponsorship. You watched Pompino try it, she wasn't a fan. Oh. Why are you so cute? I'm cute? Thank you. Thank you, Genie. I joke, but matcha is very bitter. It's tasty! Matcha is extremely delicious as ice cream in like a latte. Very, very, very deliciously tasty. Straight, awful. Yes, you cute. Aw, thank you, chat. You guys are so sweet. Thank you. Hello, Gazer of Dusk. Can you draw Coffee Junkie Maple? What would that even look like? What would I look like? What would I even look like? Pick one. Is it dirt or is it good? It's good dirt. It's good dirt. Like, it's hard. It's so hard to explain. Oh, sorry, my webcam. It's if you go to like okay, you could probably get a matcha latte at Starbucks, right? Maple holding a Timmy's cup like a Zelda item. Oh, we could integrate we could do those two together for coffee junkle. Junkle. Where did that go? I feel like I've been making a lot of I feel like I've been like messing up my words more lately. I don't know if it's like I should be getting more sleep or something. But I feel like I've been tripping over my words a little bit more. ADHD and caffeine. ADHD is a lack of stimulation. Caffeine is a stimulant, so it can actually calm ADHD symptoms. I guess that could be a way to know if, like, some more evidence I could present to Elf Doc. Okay, let me draw. Bum 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 ba. Okay. So I'm imagining my face is like this, and I want to do some perspective on it. So like my hands are like this. Bum, 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 bum. Actually, maybe I shouldn't draw the whole body. Maybe just drawing this part is fine. Junko Enoshima. Okay, so it would be me as a coffee addict, right? This is what I imagine I would be like. This is what I imagine I would be like. I never actually played Danganronpa, but I know that it's very popular, and I know the characters from it, at least from the first one. Bloodshot eyes, you're right. Danganronpa, that like JRPG series that everybody likes. The eyes need to be wilder. Really? How much more can I push it? Maybe that's a little better? Doggone Rumble. Doggone Rumble. A Timmy's cup. No, the Timmy's cup is gonna be floating above, like a da na na na. You know. It's gonna be me. It's gonna be me. And it's me. With coffee. Dankken Ronald? I know that was a meme of people making up variations of the name, just like how they were doing. I guess it's because like Danganronpa got popular like in the tail end of Tumblr, and it was very popular among people who were on Tumblr. So people did the same kind of meme like with Benedict Cumberbatch, where they never say his name, they just say like you know. And then I stole that as the maple meme. Although my name could be anything, but I mean I didn't really steal it. It kind of came about a bit organically that people would come into the stream and call me like Mermple and stuff, and I thought it was cute, so I encouraged it. Benadryl Cucumber Patch, exactly, that's the guy. Begnick Cumberbund, yeah, you guys know him. Moople. I think it's cute. Okay. Mumblewooloo. Manical Whirlpool, that's me. Beedrill Copper Punch, Bagelman Cornerstone. It's such a good meme. The internet is so funny and fun often. Okay. Hang on, I gotta adjust this. So it kind of goes like that. And I gotta draw myself. I remember hearing this song while I was working on my island that I put so much effort in and then never showed to anybody. Bum, ba, ba. Bum, ba, ba. Maple Winters? Oh, you mean Monk Woofer? That's me! Hello, Bellhound! You show us sometime? I can't. Unfortunately, I can't. Yeah, I wish I could, but I can't. I was silly and went and used my human disguise name for my island because I was playing it with people who knew me as my human self, and that's why. Oh, yes, we need the dark circles. Yes! Maybe one eye bigger than the other? Oh, that's the ticket. Wait, your name isn't Maple Winter? It is. My name is Maple Winters. But I don't want the humans to know that. I have a secret alternate identity when I'm out among humans. Only on the internet can I show my true elven self. Ba-da-dum bum bum ba. Bum 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 ba ba ba. I feel like the way that I've drawn this makes it look a lot like a Western cartoon. Like I didn't really mean to do so, but I kind of like it. Like, this isn't my usual style, but I kind of like it. I look so crazy. Bean mouth. It's kind of bean mouth, but not quite. It's not quite a bean mouth. I mean, I guess it is kind of a bean shape. Well, whatever. Human name is Mabel Winters. Hello, Vanny. Okay. I'm almost done with this, I think. Once I draw the hands and arms, I'm not gonna draw the whole body. I'm just gonna cut it off at the bust. Too much detail for a bean mouth. Yeah, what I should have done is just do this. That's the play for a real bean mouth. But yeah, I'm actually proud of myself that I managed to do a little bit of like off-stream art practice the other day, and I want to try to make more of a habit of it. Have to defeat the anxiety boss. Middle finger should be a little longer. There we go. I think that looks good. Down with anxiety, yes. Fear is the mind killer. Maybe I'll just copy and paste that hand, because I think that turned out pretty well, actually. Yeah, I think that looks good. The little death that brings total obliteration. I really enjoyed the Dune movie. But I don't know how they're gonna handle the rest of the series going forward. Like the Dune movie, the new one, the recent one with Timothy Chalamet. It was very impressive, at least from an art point of view. Got your double piercings, but it hurts bad, and I don't want to take them out because you're not at the level where you. Oh, I don't actually have any piercings, so I'm afraid I can't give you any advice. But I wish you the best. Just make sure you keep things clean. Upcoming 40K series. I am just hoping that our boy Henry Cavill brings it home, and if not, I think we will all be disappointed. Tim Jones Chevrolet. I'm gonna use that one. They definitely cut some key stuff. Yeah, they've changed things and I don't know. I've only read the first book, so I suppose I can't act like I'm some kind of super fan or something, but I had like a brief phase where I really enjoyed reading the Dune wiki for all the lore of like the later books. And it's like, how are you gonna do that? Are you gonna do that? Are they gonna do that? The books are good, but like I feel like something... Okay, see, let me see if you guys agree with me. I feel like more movies need to do anime style narration. Oh, welcome back, Armor. Cavill's great, but the reason he left The Witcher is because they were deviating from the source material. Yep. So, given he is the... Is he the director or the producer? He has a big position on the show, so they can't just can him. Hopefully. Anime style narration. Okay, how would I do this? Maybe I need... You know when an anime character... It's something I didn't realize. It's something I took for granted as an anime viewer. That sometimes like I go and I watch Western media and I realize like that's not even there. And it's like, yeah, exactly, Bellhunt. It's like, this guy's fast. He's moving too fast for my eyes to see. Like Death Note. Like, I take a potato chip and eat it. You know, like when they monologue to themselves. The second R in your name is silent. So just Garm? I can try to remember that. I'm sorry. But yeah, that style of narration. So like, so much of the drama of Dune was so internal. No. It's not that I need everything spelled out for me. I actually prefer when they show and not tell. However, here's the thing. Dune is a series where so much of the action is in the characters' heads, right? Like there'll be like a 20-page sequence of just Paul's observations about people during a meeting, and how he's how he's analyzing their body language and stuff. So the OG Dune did that kind of narration, did it? Because I haven't. Lynch's Dune had internal dialogue. I haven't seen it. If you have to tell rather than show, then actually tell it. Well, okay, but the thing is, what they could try to do with cinematography is like zoom in on the guy's body language and show that Paul's paying attention to it, you know? So you're not hearing him thinking like his body was tense and his finger was fidgeting. I could tell that was a sign of his hesitation. Like, Dune is full of so much of that, right? So I don't know. I feel like some of that was lost in the movie. And I think some of that would always be lost because the book was just so dense with that type of stuff. Like, so much of Lady Jessica's personality was based on like her observations and her thoughts. And I feel like she felt hollow in the movie because we didn't get as much of her as we get in the book, you know? Anyway, This is the book was better argument. I don't think it's a the book was better. I think Dune is like particularly hard to adapt, and I still really enjoyed the movie. I did. I think they did about as well as they could have done. But I found myself thinking at points, if only this had anime overdub narration. You know? I think it means the book was better, but it doesn't make the movie bad. No, not at all. I guess we don't really lose. It's not like the film erases the other adaptations. Yeah, I've really come around to that. Let me put the music back on. I've really come around to that that school of thinking, Sizzle, where it's like, I used to be the type who would get upset about like a new adaptation of something. Like I would get into like, oh, how could they do that? How could they do that to my to media property that I enjoy? But now I'm like, let them make a new Lord of the Rings movie. Whatever. Let them make a new Lord of the Rings. That's fine. I still have the originals. More Star Wars? Yeah, whatever. Just keep beating that dead horse. That's fine. I don't care. I still have the first three. I've very much taken that approach of like, it's not for me, so that's fine. Rather than getting upset about it, you know? Although Netflix Death Note still makes me mad. That still makes me. But not that the movie is bad, it's that anime would be better. Honestly, a Dune anime would be good. Honestly, oh my god, you're so right. Because then we could get like the crazy visuals and stuff, and it would all be drawn, so you don't have to worry about like and you could get their inner thoughts and stuff, because anime will have like a whole episode where it's two talking heads going back and forth with each other, being like his power level is so high. What do I do? What am I gonna do about this? And then the other one is like. And then on the other side you have like, ha 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 ha, Kakarot, you are not a true Saiyan, ha 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 ha. And they can just be like internal monologuing at each other for like 3 episodes. You know? Dune is Death Note in space. Kind of. Like, it has that psychological aspect that Death Note really nailed perfectly, because you got all of Light's thoughts. Like, all of the interest about Death Note was the two characters battling thoughts. That's an exact example of what I'm saying, like, where anime thoughts, like the way that anime conveys thoughts and the way comics convey thoughts. And I suppose novels too. Like, I guess it's a downside of Western cinema. Like the way that big budget, like I guess AAA, I was gonna say, but like big Hollywood movies, like they shy away from that type of thing. I wonder if there's can anyone think of like a live action property that has like internal monologuing? Because off the top of my head, I can't think of one. Quick question: would you get your ear stabbed to save your life? Yes or no? Or no because it hurts? Well, if it were to save my life, I would do it. If I had to get an ear piercing to save my life, then yes, I would do it, of course. But if it were totally voluntary, I don't know if I would. Earrings are cool. I think earrings are pretty and cool, and some of those ones were like, they have like I could admire them on other people, like when they have this thing. Like, I can think it looks cool on other people without wanting to have it myself, you know? And I guess I'm not somebody who wants to rock that kind of look. I feel like it would be too high maintenance for me. I'm very low maintenance, so I don't have any piercings, I don't have any tattoos, I don't have anything like that. I don't have tattoos because I would never be able to commit to one. I used to follow some tattoo artists on like Instagram and stuff back when I was on Instagram, because I thought they had really beautiful work. But I could never commit to like that. Well, that's on me forever. Like, No. So I'm better off just not. Let me see. He's all spiced up. Don't blame Hollywood for this one. Back in the day, they did tests for this type of thing, and people hated anything that wasn't immediate flashy resolution within 2 hours. Ah, I see. The Great Gatsby movie adaptation has internal dialogues. Oh, okay. Maybe I have to see that as like an example of a Hollywood movie doing it. You've been deep diving into Hollywood method of screenwriting versus novel writing. It's enlightening. Ooh. He's all spiced up, but he doesn't know how spiced up I am. Wait, what? I watched Alice in Borderlands, and it was a really good adaptation of the manga. I've heard that was good, but I haven't seen it. So what's the doodle Mipple reaching for? Syrup? No, I'm gonna be reaching for a coffee. I will finish it. I will finish that drawing, but I'm having fun chatting with you guys, so it's all good. You're like, I have no idea what I would want on my skin. I had a friend of mine was like really into tattoos and had a ton of tattoos, and she would like book artists like a year in advance to get like their specialty of like, oh, this person specializes in florals and she wants her favorite flower, so she like specializes, so like she'll book it in advance and get like a piece with them. And it's like so I kind of know about it because of her. And so there are people who like I can respect it. I can respect it as a craft and as an interest. But for me, I wouldn't be able to commit. Can't get a tattoo, you're too indecisive. Yeah. I think that's common. I think that's fairly common. It seems like a few of you kind of are in the same boat as me. One of the Blade Runner cuts has voiceover internal dialogue. Really? Okay, let me finish this drawing. Okay, I have to add the Timmy's cup. I have to get the perspective right. Pro tip, if you're drawing cylindrical objects and you're trying to make them match the perspective, here is how you do it. You think of it as a box. How would this ellipse fit into if like, because if you think about it like this, a cylindrical object is a perfect circle, right? Pretend this is a perfect square and a perfect circle inside. Right? Right? You know when you get your ears pierced, it hurts very badly, by the way. Aw. I've been tempted to get my ears pierced, but then I discovered clip-on earrings. Like, and I've never looked back. I have a bunch of clip-on earrings. But anyway, yeah, because once you have something like this, you can deform it in perspective. And then you can use that to draw your cylinder. So, fun tip for anyone who maybe struggles with that. Since I'm here, I might as well. Get a sparkly bat to dangle from your ear. A bat, like a bat, or like an animal or a baseball bat. Oops. Like a bat the animal. Oh. I have a feeling the perspective on this is a little bit off, but I can adjust it with the liquify tool. Actually, I'm gonna put this on its own layer so I don't mess up the rest of the drawing. There, I think that's a little better. Something like that. Real good party trick when your earrings fly. Oh, you mean like an actual animal, not like the shape of a bat. A bat? What would a bat look like? Like this? Like that would be the bat. You know, some people have double piercings. Oh, well, I hope you're able to get through the healing process all right, Vanny. Just I guess just think about why you wanted to get it in the first place and like how cool it's gonna look after. Or if you decide it's not worth it, you can always just let it heal. Either way. Batman's new gadget. This is the Bat. Oh, good night, Serps. Thank you for watching. Okay. Actually, maybe that should be... This as an earring would be a fun novelty item. Animaniacs also has a bat like that. Oh, really? Haha, great minds. Okay, and then I gotta just finish this drawing. Would you guys be mad if I ended the stream after I finished this drawing? My headache got worse. I'm sorry. I've been having so much fun chatting, though. And the stream went down because of the power flicker. It was the weirdest thing that just the lights quickly flickered for like a microsecond. And then bada bing, bada boom, everything's dead. Do 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 do. What do coffee cups look like again? I should be using reference. I'll wing it. Looks good enough. Beep, beep, beep. Burp, burp, burp. Bum 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 ba da dum ba da na na na. Wonder what we should do for next week's streams. Now that we don't have Valkyria Chronicles on the schedule anymore, there's like a big hole to fill, you know? Because that was an ongoing feature for so long. It was really fun, though. Yeah, I think... Yeah, I'm gonna shorten it. It's a bit too tall. And then it has like the little hole. And this is like a cardboardy thing. That level of detail you won't be able to tell. Okay. Oh. Maple plays Elden Ring? I didn't pick it up in the Steam sale, though. Maple plays BioShock. I have played BioShock before. Well, I played BioShock Infinite. I actually never played the original because I thought it was too scary. Pikmin 1 or Super Mario Sunshine? I don't know. Well, I don't know if I want to do Sunshine yet, given we just did Galaxy 2. Like, I think I want to space out the Mario games a little more. Infinite is the least scariest. Exactly. That's the one I played. Hello, TK. Galga. No. I would like to keep being broadcasting on Twitch. Thank you. I would like to not get banned. Maple plays Remnant from the Ashes. I haven't heard of that. Have you played Nier Automata? I think I tried it once and didn't like it. I don't remember what it was about it that I didn't like. Also, isn't it like a pretty long game? Like, I'm a little bit hesitant to start really long games, you know? Honestly, Valkyria Chronicles ended up being a lot longer than I thought it would be. It was fun, and chat seemed to enjoy it, so I didn't mind playing it all the way to the end or anything, but, you know, I guess I think a lot lately about, like, about playing long streams. Like really long playthroughs, and if people enjoy them. I don't know. I'm like a massive overthinker though. Yeah, I'll admit that detail. Okay, yeah, that type of perspective. And then this is the glorious, godly French vanilla. Wah! Da na na na. Actually, maybe I'll move the body a little bit. Yeah, something more like that. Ta-da! Let me get rid of this. I'll add, like, in Clip Studio you can add... Where is it again? Oh! Well, that startled me. Hello, all the waifu references. Thank you for the raid. Welcome. For some shorter streams, shooters might be good if that's your thing. I enjoy shooting games. I am terrible at them. You gotta put the Tim Hortons motif and the FV on the lid. Oh, you're right. FV. Although the way they do it, it almost never looks like an FV. It's like... Like, they write it... They write it so fast. Oh! Noises spook the elf. They do. In such a chill stream like this tonight's, when everything is like kind of calm and relaxed, and there aren't explosions or anything, then yeah, I get easily spooked. Thank you for the 100 bits though, Bellhound. Thank you very much. Hello, all the waifu references. And hello, Gen Dude. Mario Sunshine. I want to play Mario Sunshine because I never actually beat Mario Sunshine. I got like almost to the very end of it, and then I had to bring it back to Best Buy. Not Best Buy, Blockbuster. I never actually owned it. I had it for a week. I had to bring it back. Oh, I used to get so much mileage out of Blockbuster. I have to say, And when my local one closed, they were selling their games, and I got Banjo-Kazooie 1 and 2 on cartridge for like $5 each, and that was such a lucky get. Well, because I used to rent Banjo-Tooie, and there would be like a finished file on the cartridge because of people who play it, and I would just go and fly around as Kazooie on Hailfire Peaks. Because you could separate Banjo and Kazooie, so I would just become Kazooie and I would just fly around. Timing is everything, yeah. And I was also lucky another time to go to a game store. Back, like, it was in that little period of time where that narrow slice of time where N64 games were considered like junk and not collectibles. Because a few years later, suddenly there were retro game stores. And a few years earlier, those games were on the shelf. But for a very brief period of time, there were GameStops that had used N64 games for like $5 to $10 each. And one of my biggest regrets, maybe not biggest regret, I mean, that's kind of, maybe that's a little bit of a hyperbole, but it is a regret of mine that I did not purchase Mario 64, Smash Brothers, and Donkey Kong 64. Those three were there when I bought them. Did I buy them? No. I got GoldenEye and Perfect Dark. Jet Force Gemini, which ended up giving me a headache because I got nauseous with motion sickness. So yeah. And then I go to an anime convention and I see a cartridge of Super Smash Brothers, no box, over $100. Man. We all have those regrets. Yeah, I've told you guys before. I had friends who got rich on GME, or at least were able to pay off their student loans. They didn't tell me about it. I made like $10. And then of course Bitcoin is whatever. No use crying over spilt Bitcoins. Those are good games too. I played all of those games. Don't get me wrong. I've played all of those games because I rented them from Blockbuster. Because it was easier to justify a $5 a week rental fee than like a $60, $70 back then money game, you know? So I could be entertained for a week with $5 versus like entertained for a week with $60. So a lot of games I played just by renting them, and I never actually had them. Wonder if you could pay off your house with the PS1 games. Well, don't people do that stupid thing now where like they'll do like a PSA grading for game boxes? I like Red Letter Media did a video about it, like that they'll do graded VHS tapes without even confirming if the right movie is on the tape. You know a dude that has 25 Bitcoin on a flash drive and he cannot remember the password? Oh my god. Okay, if that were me, honest to goodness, if that were me, I would immediately figure out how to get on the dark web and get someone to hack it open for me and be like, I will give you 5 Bitcoin off of this thing if you help me get into it. And just like find a hacker. And maybe that's what your friend's gotta do. Does he know? You know? Just do it like a bounty. He tried back when he did it. He ultra super encrypted it. I don't know. I feel like there must be a way. For 25 Bitcoin is how much? Are they still worth 30,000 each? Do you know how little 5 Bitcoin is on the dark web? I do not. I don't know anything about the dark web really, except that it exists. He tried. Trust me, for 25 Bitcoin, he tried. Oh. Wow, that sucks. I'm sorry for your friend. Proper encryption is not easy, possible, or practical to get past. I see. But for 25 Bitcoin? Yeah, back when it was worth 40K, I bet he was like particular. Oh, I feel so bad for this. Oh, I feel so bad for him. It's a lot, but it won't get you much. I mean, I don't know. I would take 25 Bitcoin. 25 Bitcoin would get me one heck of a VR setup. Anyway. I think, let's see. I've been live for 2 hours on this recording, and then I was live for like a half an hour on the other one. So I think that's still a pretty decent length of stream. I'm sorry that it's a little shorter than usual. If you wanted shorter games and 3D platformers, Spyro Reignited Trilogy might be worth considering. Each game is 6 hours long, so if you 100% it. Oh, well, I probably wouldn't 100% it. So you could blast through it in a month. Huh. Because if I'm not 100%ing it, 6 hours... Each game is 6 hours, so there's 3 of them, so that would be 18 hours. And I stream for about 3 to 4 hours, usually. Yeah, so I guess about a month, but, Bitcoin is currently trading for 23.5K. So he's locked at a 588,000 USD. Oh.
No, that's a lot of damage!
Perfect timing. Bros, friends, whatever beverage you're drinking, let's pour one out for Alex's friend who is not able to access almost $600,000. Cheers. There's some dark things on the dark well. Well, that's what gets its name, right? Alrighty. If you want a great retro game and not afraid of getting stuck, Soul Reaver. Nathan, would you mind taking Alex's suggestions down? Or I don't know if maybe you've been recording them or not, but if you know what, actually better than making Nathan do that, Alex, if you wouldn't mind, everybody in the chat, if you have suggestions for games, the best thing to do with them is to put them in my Discord in the suggestion zone. You're supposed to moderate. No, well, recording things isn't really moderate. Don't worry about it. Anyway, rather than making more work, join the Discord, and if you have game suggestions, put them in the game suggestion channel, because my mods and I do record every suggestion in there, and we put them on a spreadsheet, and I use them to help me consider new games. So even if it's like a year later, your suggestions still might get played. I log them all. It's in Discord. Oh, okay. If you already put it, then perfect. Okay, then I should already have it on my list. So yeah, I'm gonna be looking over these next couple of days when I'm not live. I'm gonna be looking at like how long to beat for a bunch of them and see what would be good. Pardon me, for next week. I also want to play GeoGuessr because I haven't done GeoGuessr in so long, and those streams were always fun when people telling like everybody. All the viewers from all over the world, like, talking about their countries and, like, helping me and learning about the world and stuff. GeoGuessr streams are so fun. How about Donkey Kong Country Returns? I've never actually played that game, you know that? But yeah, I have to go on... Maybe, yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll go on the spreadsheet and I'll add how long to beat for all of them. Maybe that's what I'll do tomorrow. Soul Reaver is really old school, no like actually like super retro. Promise me you'll never go on the... I don't even know how, so don't worry about it. I appreciate the concern, Golodov, but don't worry about it. I know better than to stick my nose into places I don't belong. Cleo crushed chat in GeoGuessr. Really? Oh, I guess because she'd know about like ancient architecture and stuff, so she'd have Well, we'll have to see. We'll have to see how I stack up. Okay, Maple Vulpix I saw. Maybe I could quickly do that. If you don't mind it being a kind of scuff drawing. So what does Vulpix look like? Let me bring up a picture of Vulpix. Vulpix. Vulpix cute! Alolan, both of the Vulpixes are so cute. Alolan and regular. In Soul Reaver, you have a fully fledged magic system and a faction system. You can and will beat the game first few times without ever finding them. Wow, retro games are really built different, huh? Back when there would actually be like schoolyard, there would be schoolyard rumors and stuff about like what's where. You know, like Pika Blue is on top of the Goldenrod department building, or Mew's under the truck. Like, trust me, it works. You can unlock Sonic in Super Smash Bros. Melee, trust me. Back when games still kind of had some mystery to them. There's something fun about that, but also, I always would read on game FAQs anyway, so. Okay, let's look at let me grab a Vulpix. They made a Vulpix Funko Pop? Okay, chat, can I show you something about Funko Pops? The Pokemon ones are the only ones I would ever consider buying, and I will tell you why. You see this? Soulless. No soul. Adorable! Cute! That's all they need. That's literally all the Pokemon Funkos need, and then they become actually pretty cute. I've been very tempted before by the Pikachu ones, because all I have to do is like take some acrylic paint and add dots on the eyes, and it's adorable. That's like the Pokemon Funkos are cute. They are. They're like, they have nice sculpts. That's cute. Right, Garb. You see? You hate it. What do you mean? Last month you saw Funko Pops in person. You had avoided seeing them in person for that long? Wow. Maple should offer her services to Funko to paint the figures. But it would be so easy to add to the supply chain, given that they already are probably like... Are they machine painted or are they hand painted? But yeah, that's all it takes. Look, before... After. Before? After. Before? After. It's like magic. Because the sculpt is cute. But the eyes are the thing. The eyes are the worst part about Funkos. The eyes make it. Like, that's adorable. I would love to have that on my shelf. This, it stares at me when I sleep. And it waits. Well, people collect Funkos even though Nendoroids exist because you can get Funkos at American stores, and they are cheaper. A hand-painted Funko. I know that there are people who repaint Funkos, which I think is cool. Maple Pop. I think I'm about 100 years too early for that. But yeah, Nendoroids are cuter in my opinion, but they're also more expensive. They take a long time to come out. Like my Corone Nendoroid after shipping costs was like $70, which is a lot, but it's my favorite holo mem, so I paid it. What's a Nendoroid? Allow me to show you. The quintessential Nendoroid. I will show you. When I think Nendoroid, there is one that I think of before any other. Miku! They're little chibi anime figures, and they have a ton of characters in this line. There's over 1,000 released characters, and character variants. Yeah, chibi characters, and they're like how big would you say they are? Like 4 or 5 inches tall? They're pretty small. They're pretty small, but they're posable. They come with option parts, and they're usually pretty like well painted with details and stuff. They're very cute. Do they have Charizard? I don't actually think they have Pokemon. Because which characters they get depends a lot on licensing. So if Game Freak has not given them the perms to make Pokemon, they have not made Pokemon. If Game Freak gave them permissions to do Pokemon, I'm sure they would make them all. They would make Pikachu. Oh my god, a Pikachu and Eevee Nendoroid. What? Good Smile Company, what are you doing? There's money burning a hole in my pocket that I want to give you for this. Ironmouse has one. She's getting one, yeah. Oh, hello again. I believe that Ironmouse is like set to get a Nendo. It's been announced, but it hasn't come out yet. But it's kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of a sign of achievement to get an Nendoroid, in my opinion. So like the fact that some Western VTubers have gotten Nendoroids is like, I don't know. I think that's pretty cool, and it kind of makes me feel hopeful that like VTubing, English VTubing, still has growth to do. You know. Used to collect Figmas, but your currency oh no, your currency devalued. I prefer Nendoroids to Figmas because Figmas are like like Figmas are way smaller than pictures make them look. They're really small. Like they're only a little bit taller than Nendoroids, and they're more expensive than Nendoroids. So I prefer Nendos if I had to. I only have 4 Nendoroids though. 3 VShoja members are getting figures from Good Smile. Yeah. Which is, I mean, honestly, whatever you think about those talents, I think it's a pretty big achievement that there's interest in making that type of merchandise for Western VTubers. So, I don't know. I think it bodes well that there's interest from merchandise manufacturers in partnering with Western talents and English-speaking talents. Keisan was oh, of course. Yeah. But I don't know if I necessarily consider her like I still think of her more as a JP VTuber than an EN VTuber. You know? Maple Nendo, I would that would be so cool. My character design really lends itself to a Nendoroid too, because all of the most iconic part of my character design is on my head, and the head is the biggest part of a Nendoroid. I gotta learn how to use Blender and get a resin printer and make Nendoroids of myself. Oh, good night, Outer Time. Thank you for watching. I should be actually wrapping up the stream here myself. I'll have to draw that Vulpix next time because I think it's about time for me. Unfortunately, this is all we drew this week. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to draw more, but I think everything here. I had fun drawing everything, and hopefully you guys had fun suggesting things and watching me draw and everything. Thank you very much for giving it ideas and contributing. Maple, ever since you talked about Figmas and Funkos, your debit card has been missing. Oh no! We can probably find someone to make a Maple figure. One day, I have a dream. I have a dream, chat, of being a 3D VTuber who can do body tracked content like VR chat and concerts and stuff. That is my dream. That is my dream. To be able to do like a 3D live. And in order to do that one day, I will need a 3D model. Not a low poly one or anything. Like a real, like a proper high-end, like it's gonna be expensive. But when I have that high-end model, however many years it'll be until we get there, I can then 3D print it. And I can put it, I can put myself in a pose and make myself hold a Tim Hortons cup and put the STL file on Thingiverse, and you guys can print Maple figures. That would be so cool. Aidoru. That's my dumb dream. Is to do 3D idol content. Well, thank you guys. But I'm in it. I know that such things will not come soon. I always think of it this way, you know, like the streamers that I've made no secret of how much of a fan I am of Vinesauce. Like I tell you guys all the time, and half of my meme references are things I picked up from watching his streams, and Joel, like Vinny and Joel and stuff. So it's like they took 10 years to get to where they are now. Germa, another example, another content creator I admire. He's been in the game for how many? Over a decade? And so I think about that. It's like, I don't know. I feel like sometimes because VTubing, I guess because VTubing exploded in popularity, just in like during the pandemic, right? I think because VTubing blew up so much in such a short span of time, it had like such a explosive growth that we haven't quite wrapped. Like I think there aren't that many people who have demonstrated like extreme longevity as a VTuber. Relatively, you're in the early period. Yep. Like me, like there are people like Iron Mouse who have been at this for like before VTubing was a term, before Keys on an I almost. You know? So there have been people who have been doing this concept of streaming in the, and I'm trying not to break kayfabe. Streaming in the method that I am streaming now. Yeah, Iron Mouse 5 years. Yeah, so I think there are a few examples of people who have had like longevity in their activities as a content creator, as a VTuber, and I don't think we have many examples of that yet. Like even Hololive Myth haven't even hit 3 years yet, and they already feel like so embedded into VTuber culture. You know, it's like I don't know. I think there's a lot. I'm excited for the future, and I hope to keep at it for a long time. Before Germa was big, he would make TF2 videos with... I'm not sure who that is, Stir. Occasionally they'd play GTA 4. Germa, you mean the Scout? Yeah. Sandwich. Sora is hitting 5 years. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are some people who are reaching real Dai Senpai years, you know? How do you not know Stir? I don't know. Hi, Butterzilla. I randomly found about VTubing in October, met you in November, and got hooked. Aw, thank you, Catfan. And thank you too, Plumber. Thank you, guys. You can always study magic and create your 3D model through arcane means. I really have no knack for magic. It's kind of a sore point. Did you come at the tail end? Yeah, I'm sorry, Jeannie. I think I've reached my limit, unfortunately. I honestly, I'm proud that I drew as much as I did, given that I wasn't feeling the art gods had not blessed me with mojo today as much as some other streams. Can you rewind time? Yes. but not because of my own power. Maybe I'll tell you one day how I do it. Okay. There's our art. I will post the art probably tomorrow because I want to go to sleep. I'm being honest with you. I want to go to sleep. So I will post the art on Twitter tomorrow. I'll post it all in full resolution so you guys can enjoy it, look at it, send it to people, whatever you want to do. Well, like, don't sell it. I shouldn't say whatever you want to do, but like, don't sell it. Anything I draw on stream, if you want to use it as a profile picture, if you want to try coloring it, because I don't usually I don't usually include color. Like, that's fine, but just don't sell it. You know, just don't turn it into an NFT. you know, common sense. Don't post it and say it's yours. You know, that kind of thing. But yeah, if I draw something for you of an OC or something, and you want to use it as a profile picture or a header picture, or you want to repost it on or something, or print it out, anything like that, that's fine. Personal use, totally fine. Selling it, no. You already made the NFT they've sold for $1 million. Well, then give me my cut, bro. If you're gonna do it, at least cut me in. If you're gonna make an NFT out of it anyway, at least throw me a commission. Give me like a 10% royalty or something. Okay. I should have been on my just chatting screen this whole time. We have to enjoy this scene. Honestly, I kind of think I want to keep the scene a little longer. I know we made this one to be like the Valentine's month February room, but I don't know. I'm quite attached to it. Can't let go of the past. What do you mean? This room? It's still February today. Could always just remove the Valentine's. Yeah, I'll think about over the next. I'll think about, because I basically take Monday, Tuesday, sometimes Wednesday as like my weekend instead of Saturday, Sunday. So I will take those days to think about games and look at game suggestions and think about what we want to do with the room. Spring isn't until the end of March. This could just be our spring room. This could just be the spring room, and then at like sometime in March we make like the really spring room. Like, this is the early spring. Not early spring. This is the late winter room, and then we could have the early spring room, and we could have like a Sakura blossom theme, like that they're putting cherry blossoms in Minecraft. We can put the background of Minecraft cherry blossom trees. but yeah, we'll do. I don't know. I'll think about it. Because I don't know. I'm really proud of the rooms that we put together, and I want, and people feeling like they can contribute. Like, if anyone is newer to the stream, everything in this room was contributed by chat. So I asked chat, give me transparent PNGs, and we're gonna make a room. And this is what we made for late winter. Every character named Sakura. Oh, that's clever. All flowery stuff, Easter eggs. Yeah. All I told chat is like Valentine's and maybe like a castle type of theme. That's what I kind of. That's kind of what I was thinking of for the February room, and chat like absolutely came through. I mean, look at this room. It's beautiful. I thought you made the room. Well, I did make the room, but chat contributed the assets. Like, everything here is an individual PNG. Every single thing here is an individual PNG. So it's we provided the materials, yes, and then I arranged it. So it's kind of a group effort, and I don't know, I'm really proud of the idea, and I'm looking forward to making the next one. But also, I want to get some longevity out of each one, because they're so much fun to make, and I want people to be able to see the fruits of their labor, you know? This music is very good for my brain right now. It's very representative of my brain. So yeah, if we don't do a new room next week, maybe we'll do it the week after. I'll think about it. I don't think it strictly has to be at the beginning of each month. Like, each one could last like a month and a half, 2 months. Your last neuron just vibing. That's me! Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Chat, you guys are full of cringe, like me. He who is without cringe, cast the first stone. None of us are gonna be throwing any stones, huh? I've said this before. But I think the cringiest is me, right? Because I'm the anime elf. Look, you can grow old, but you don't have to grow up, you know? You can grow old, but you don't have to grow up. There's a trend that I really like where I see people who are like in their 30s or like 40s, and it's like and it's like, why do you fill your house with anime figures? It's like, because I loved anime figures, but I couldn't afford them, and now I have adult money, so I'm going to buy them. You know? I think that's nice that people put passion into their hobbies and interests when they have the means to do so. So I don't know. To me, that's just evidence of like a lot of. I don't know if any of you guys got like oh, you're gonna grow out of it. Elf Mom told me that I would grow out of anime, but I grew into anime. Okay. Let me stop my rambling. I have to stop at some point. Who we rated? Who we ninja? Wait, no. I was thinking Ninja Gaiden. Gaiden? It's Gaiden, not. It doesn't rhyme with Raiden. Jets. I see 2 people say Jets. Chloe's doing an art roulette. Oh, do you guys want more art? I know Clavette's been suggested a few times. I don't think I've rated her before. Have I? I don't think so. I have? Oh, okay. Go ninja, go ninja, go. Go ninja, go ninja, go. Go ninja, go ninja, go. Go, go. So, she's doing... Moriko's doing Ocarina of Time Rando? Majora and OOT. So many nice ladies, right? How am I supposed to decide? This is why a solution is possibly I have to come up with a solution, just like I have to come up with a solution for the chat requests for art. Solutions are required. Modern problems, modern solutions, etc. The wheel of VTubers. It's gotta happen. We're gonna. It's I gotta get it. I gotta get it together. No, none of that. Speen. Okay, I actually don't think I've rated Moriko in like a very, very long time. Wait, actually, have I ever rated her? I don't remember. The more you procrastinate, the more hype we get. You're very oh no! Someone said, get your mod to do it. And then the moderator who is here, Nathan, says, I'm also very indecisive. Well, it is what it is. Okay. How about we go with Ocarina of Time Randomizer? You guys, I know. Did you guys enjoy when I did it? Hope so, because I want to play more of it. Viewers reflect the streamer. Okay, if you guys like Ocarina of Time Randomizer and Majora, which is also a very cool game, but I don't know it very well. It was great and you want more. I like to hear that because I want to play more of it. And now I have Ship of Harkinian, which got an update, by the way. Ship of Harkinian has gotten an update since the last time we had a stream looking at it. So, I'm excited. Okay. How do I what's Moriko's actual name? Because it's not Moriko. What's her actual channel name? Okay, thank you, chat, thank you. Flashery. Pew! Wait, didn't I do it right? Wait. Did I not do it right? Raid? Channel. Oh, there it goes. It didn't work the first time. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay. I have to remember my ending spiel. 47 viewers. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you for sticking around all the way to the end, even though I was kind of a less productive art stream than maybe some of my others usually are. Okay. Check if you're new or if you haven't yet, please check my link tree. The link is in the chat with all of the places that I am on the internet, on Twitter and Twitch and YouTube and my TikTok that I barely use, but I hope to use more in the future, and Discord, where we hang out in between streams, and I source feedback from you guys, and our raid message. Some of you have already preempted me, but our raid message is, if you are not subscribed, you can copy and paste the first message that you see in the chat there, the Nightbot just posted. So you can copy and paste that. If you are subscribed, the message is also Leaf Raid, but you can use, instead of the Maple Leaf and the Snowflake, you can use your favorite sub-emotes, whichever ones those may be. I know Maple Hype is very popular. So whichever ones are your favorite, you can use. And I see the 6, 5. I will see you guys next week. Thank you. Thank you for watching. I got cut off again.